What is this? What is this here? This is Blasphemous. One of my favorite games to come out in the past year or so. I don't remember exactly when this came out, but when it did, I played through the entirety of it and had a grand old time. A grand old, somewhat frequently frustrating time. However, since then, the developers have put out some new patches, some improvements, if you will. They've added additional content, which is always a plus. And I thought it was worth taking another look at. I am happy to play this game again, which should say something about its quality, because I rarely go back and repeat any game I go through. Once is usually enough. But this is normal mode. There's also a New Game Plus, but somehow I lost my save file, so we're just gonna start over, that's fine. Want to make sure everything looks good in the video portion here. This is actually somewhat infuriating because I use a tablet as my secondary screen because I don't have a secondary monitor. And sometimes it just decides not to register my inputs. And now it's deciding to just not do anything. There we go. Alright. We should be good here. Hopefully. By the way, this will be in Spanish because Spanish was just recently added as a vocal option for all the voice actors in the game. And it was what the developers originally intended.
Porque es mi culpa, os reclamo milagro doloroso. Haced que mi pecho se duela de arrepentimiento. Forjad vuestro castigo y clavadlo profundo. Dad forma, una vez más, a mi culpa.
Y así, la culpa, el arrepentimiento, el duelo y los demás dolores del alma se manifestaron de forma visible y tangible en todas partes y en todos nosotros. A veces en forma de bendición y gracia, y otras en forma de castigo y corrupción. Aquella voluntad divina, por igual piadosa y cruel, que no pudimos desentrañar ni podremos jamás, fue llamada el milagro.
And so the game begins. Biliary flasks. Consume biliary flasks to recover vitality. These consecrated flasks are refilled by kneeling in a prie-dieu. Find empty vessels to increase the amount you can carry. I'm going to definitely be mispronouncing a lot of words in item descriptions in this game because I do not speak Spanish. Although we've set the game to Spanish audio, I do not speak a lick of it. However, it is the original intention of the developers that it be spoken in Spanish, and they were only just recently able to include it. And apparently with some pretty high-grade Spanish voice actors. And the first time I ran through it with English voice acting. So hey, why not try something new? So this is the narrative and the story of this game is pretty vague, even as far as other Souls-likes go. Although I shouldn't... there's a lot of vague accessory lore. The main story is pretty well laid out at points. Press wide rest at prie-dieu, saving your game and refilling health and flasks. Upon death, you will respawn at the last visited prie-dieu. Resting will cause enemies to respawn. So your bonfires. These are your Dark Souls bonfires. You cannot level up here. There's a separate station that you level up your gear, or not gear, your skills. We'll be seeing that relatively shortly. First, the Warden. He's a pretty simple boss. As far as I'm aware, he only really has 2 attacks. His skip, his hop, and his little candelabra attack. We drink the delicious Kool-Aid. And that boss is about as easy as this game is ever going to be. It certainly ramps up from here.
Pesaroso corazón sea penitente. El tormento del hermano mayor ha terminado. Soy Deo Gracias, testigo y relator de los hechos del milagro doloroso. Esa es mi penitencia, como la vuestra es el silencio. La cuna de la aflicción es lo que perseguís. Esta se encuentra en la madre de madres de las iglesias. Es un lugar remoto, separado del resto de estas tierras por una gran puerta sagrada y prohibida. Incluso un penitente de sapiencia como yo desconoce lo que hay tras esos altos muros. Pero sí tengo en conocimiento que, según reza la regla, Deberéis realizar las 3 humillaciones para ganar el acceso a lo que guardan. Una de ellas ha de hacerse en las altas montañas, cubiertas bajo gruesos mantos de nieve y hielo. Otra en lo más profundo de una oscura iglesia sepultada, donde reposa el durmiente. Y la última, al final de la senda que dejan los lamentos por una espiral de hierro. En las entrañas de la campana que crece hacia abajo, de nombre Hondo. Tomad esta espina y colocadla en el pomo de vuestra espada. Si, llegado el momento, al apretar el arma fuertemente, notáis que os hiere, os sangra, habiendo crecido, brotando más espinas de ella, retorciéndose por la figura del Padre, esculpida en el pomo, significará que estáis a merced del milagro doloroso, ya sea de su castigo o de su perdón.
We've acquired the first item, which is the thorn. A small gift from Deogracius, nailed into the effigy of the Twisted, under the guard of your sword. The thorns arisen from the miracle feed on sin and guilt, growing with the burden that its bearer carries. So this guy we're talking to, Deogracius, he's the storyteller. He's the keeper of records, and we'll be seeing more of him. He's the closest thing we have to a friend throughout the game. The loose premise is that in this realm called Custodia, a very religious realm, there was a cataclysm known as the Grievous Miracle, which consumed a great portion of the land and turned people into monsters, which only furthered their religious fervor. And we have plenty of lore bits to go through to learn exactly what occurred. So let's go through this first one here. Deogracius' farewell. Brother Abbot, I know that I have been a scribe in this abbey since I was but a wee child. I have written about our church, our saints, and our miracle of the greatest pain. I must inform you that I have made the decision to leave, although I intend to continue writing. In these walls I cannot be a true witness of the works of the miracle. I need to appreciate with my own eyes your holy works. I will be a teller of the miracle wherever it takes me, rain or shine, or scorching sand under my bare feet. So we decided to leave and journey out and become a traveling writer and witness to the powers of the miracle. So this little spot of rocks is suspicious looking. It may have some purpose later. We'll demonstrate with this guy that we have more than just swings. We have parries and counterattacks. So if you can time these counterattacks correctly, which I seem to not be able to, you can perform an execution. We also have this nice little dash, which I haven't been using. Dailies of Forsaken Hamlet. So that's our first prayer. Prayers are magic. Song that filled the air during the festivities of a lost village. Its power finds its way through the floor, continuing through the walls and ceilings, harming the enemies of the penitent one. The ringing of the laced shell horn used to precede this chant, but now only silence remains. Whether in rain, sun, or wind, may this land blessed be, whether walking or in deep sleep, may this land blessed be, whether by day or in obscurity, may this land blessed be. We'll just show that off right here. There we go. A little explosion there to kill off dudes that are farther away. There we go. Yeah, so pretty brutal executions there. I don't think you get extra experience for doing those, but it will kill them instantly, which is always a plus. So now we have these little cages floating around. We want to free the Cupids, the children of Moonlight. They're scattered all throughout Custodia, and we want to rescue them. Not only for just pure, percentage collection reasons, but once you collect a certain amount of them, you can get other rewards, which I won't spoil just now.
No hay respuesta a nuestra súplica. El milagro nos ha abandonado, y mi trono ornamentado da la espalda a los que aquí esperan.
Foreboding. And we get all our health back. And all of our flasks.
Compungido corazón sea, penitente. Bienvenido a la villa de Albero, refugio de esta humilde cofradía, clamada de los besadores de llaga. Pocos quedan aquí con fuerzas para usarlo. Bastirso es mi nombre. Somos pocos los que ya quedamos en el cuidado de los enfermos y dolientes. Con piadosos ósculos bendecimos las heridas del que pida nuestro amparo, y así a merced del milagro quedamos los unos y los otros. El tiempo ahí fuera transcurre extraño en atardeceres que no nos es menester contemplar. Pero si vuestra penitencia os lleva bajo dichos cielos, tened la caridad de traernos algunos ingredientes para nuestros ungüentos. La voluntad en el milagro os mostrará cuáles son.
So they're healing up the people that were injured by the crazies outside. And he's here to tell us, yeah, time is crazy when you're outside of these walls. Who knows how much time has passed? Just picked up a rosary bead. These improve your characteristics, and they give you specific effects. So this one, the dove skull. Skull of a bird drilled as a collet. Its apparent frailness slightly strengthens the penitent one's defenses. So we want that. There's no reason not to. You'll notice we can only equip 2 at the moment. We can improve that later. That morning, when the bonfires were lit and the convicts were raising their ghastly pleas to the indifferent inquisitors, a white dove came down from heaven and perched on the shoulder of a prisoner, where it stayed until it burned with him. So this lever is useful at a later point in time, and we can't quite reach that that Moonlight Child there at the moment.
Habéis llamado al torno de la Orden del Genuino Sepulto. En este lugar reunimos los vestigios de todo aquel que fue separado y olvidado. Y así poder darle santa sepultura, tal como ordena nuestra caritativa regla. Ayudad a estas pobres almas penitentes en el silencio. La Orden os bendice.
So he wants us to collect parts. And then at some point we may be able to get in that church. This guy wants us to collect medical supplies for him, so we can pass it on to those who are ailing. Side quest, essentially. And here's where we'll be spending our experience. Our what is it called? Not fervor. Fervor is the magic. I don't remember.
Penitente que cargáis con la lacerante culpa en vuestras manos encalladas. Acercárnosla y aliviar nuestra carga. Acercárnosla y enjugar nuestras lágrimas. Porque es acto de penitencia.
Visit a couple shrines to increase the power of your sword. You can also spend Tears of Atonement, that's what they are, to unlock combat techniques. You can visit additional shrines to increase Mea Culpa's strength to access more powerful techniques. So we want to find more of these. Our sword becomes more powerful, and we can purchase new skills. See, these are what we can unlock so far. And then we'll need to find more shrines and move on further down the tree. We can get a thrust attack, a plunge attack, a charge attack, and an add-on to our regular combo. Right now we're going to get the Weight of Sin plunge attack. Mostly because you can access secret areas or hidden areas with it. And it looks like that. The further you upgrade that, the far stronger it becomes. Right now it's not terribly useful as an attack, but again. So from what I remember last time, there was a secret wall here. We go in here. What's up? Found the Chalcenium of Persian. I didn't have time to read that. Chalcenium of Persian, the bandit. Feared by his countrymen, Persian attacked routes without distinction between rich or poor, and always alone. The day he dragged himself to Albero on the brink of death, no one took pity on him. Now in here, this is where all your collected bones and body parts will end up. All of these empty cages, you want to fill them up. I don't remember exactly what the bonuses were for collecting these things. I remember there were a ton of them. I never ended up collecting all of them. But there was some kind of benefit to collecting at least some. If we go through here, this should be a shortcut. Yeah. To the cistern. So I don't really want to come here yet. Place is sad times. So where do we want to go? I think we want to go back real quick, because we have the plunge attack. And there should be a secret area back in the beginning. Oop. We could just do that. Easy enough. Just a note, I barely remember many of the secrets and things in this game, or even many of the areas. Dang it. So this beginning area is probably the only time I'll be remembering any of this. There we go. Clavicle of Delhuisin, the school child. They searched for him for days until they found Mark's remains in the woods. Since then, rumors tell of demons riding on the backs of flying goats coming from faraway lands. Ah, yes. These little red firefly shapes are definitely important for later, but we can't quite access that now. As with any Metroidvania style game, there will be a plethora of areas that we'll be able to access later, thanks to garnered abilities. Smush. Secret number 2. Petrus. Quicksilver. Sphere of liquid silver touched by the miracle. Brought to Custodia by alchemists from distant lands. Back when the roads were still open and the wagons left furrows in the mud. In the right hands, its latent healing powers could be revived. Alas, the art of alchemy was lost many eons ago. It emerges from the pores of the earth, from between the flagstones. It is the silver of the ornaments, desperate to flee, to escape from them and turn from their sanctity. It detaches itself, it slips away, leaving the figures naked of its embrace, leaving the works of art orphans of brightness. It leaks through and hides under our feet, only to then sprout again, free of impurity. It is your choice, my son, to pick them up. It is your choice, my son, to pick them up or to leave them, but beware of the purpose you put them to. So this is for some unknown purpose. I don't quite remember this area. Perhaps it's new. Perhaps it's some of the new contents. Maybe we'll come back later. Hey, casual hitman. You could always start. Nothing's stopping you from playing this game. Well, except not having a method of playing it. But just such a small concern. Many dead horses. The horses didn't fare well. The mud. Mud slows you down and decreases your jump height. It's true. I know how jank your laptop's internet is. I don't know if it would be capable of playing something like this. This is not too system intensive. This game here, it's all pixels. Nothing fancy going on. So we've got those things. See if we want to upgrade anything else. Or mea culpa. Don't remember how expensive this Fervorous Blood is, but we definitely want the Fervorous Blood. Fervorous Blood gives us our first real ranged attack. Which is invaluable in this game. So we could afford the charge attack, but we're gonna pass for now. Because I want to make sure we can afford the Fervorous Blood. Yeah, I'm sure it would be fun. And we all hope and pray to the grievous miracle that you'll have a real internet one day. So for instance, once we get the Fervorous Blood, we can free the lad up there. Phalanx of Brennan, the Gravedigger. Brennan Joshua Mullins dug the graves of hundreds throughout his life, whether friend, family, or foe, but when the chaos arose, there was no one left to return the favor. That's one of the more brutal death sequences. All of them are pretty gruesome, but getting smushed by your own weapon. Whoop. All these guys. There's not really a reason to slice those guys up, but it just kind of happens. The reason I'm not parrying her attacks because the statue is too heavy and it breaks your guard. Yeah, we can't get down there yet. Secret, or not a secret, a shortcut there. Oh. Forgot how fast they were. Yeah, that's pretty juicy too. It's juicy. In here. More area. I think we want to go down. Oh. A little afraid of this dude. Oh. Too soon, too soon. Ah. Forgetting about the shockwave. Oh, that was... Well, that was foolish. Should not have died there. It was a slow-moving rock. Now in this, when you die, you lose a portion of your magic bar. Also, if I remember correctly, falling into spikes is instant death. Okay. Guilt fragment recovered. So you can actually have multiple guilt fragments. You died in multiple areas of the game. But as long as they're out there, you're missing some of your fervor bar. Let's try this again. Maybe we'll use magic this time. Yes. Yes. Not hard. Not a hard enemy. I just screwed up last time. Uvula of Proclamation. When the uvula is equipped, you have a chance of earning Tears of Atonement when destroying an object. Yep. You destroy lots of errant objects in this game, so bonus tears, always good. Decree from His Holiness Escribar. It shall be called the Anointed Legion, said His Holiness. Under the armor, your body shall be covered with bandages anointed with oils that I myself will bless. They will protect the Mother of Mothers, as I will protect them. Shortcut. Can't get through there yet. I'm guessing we just go this way. Those guys are essentially your parry tutorial enemy. Ah. Epitaph of Barak, the Herald. Whether executions or lashings, Barak was always there to proclaim them loudly, but his voice broke down gradually as day by day he had to announce the sentences of his entire family. Oh, that's rough. Alright. Free the chillins. Thought I could kill her. So over here. More area. What's up here? More dudes. What's down here? More area. Yes. Don't want to go that way. Just yet. So, I think we want to go here first. Let's go up here first. Yeah, we want to go here. Heart of the Virtuous Pain. Sword Hearts. Equip them into a couple to modify its properties. They grant powerful upgrades, but they always come at a price. Heart of Vicious Pain. Sword Core. Blessed with defensive prayers. Being certain to mea culpa boosts the blocking stand, increasing its duration. It exposes the penitent one longer to enemy attacks. The works and graces of the sorrowful miracle. Second verse. The wind blew strongly through the fractures of the cathedral that the great tree had originated, lifting the ash, creating dense gray clouds, hiding the whole mother church and drowning her in a deep darkness of lead. The ground began to tremble. Then a terrible cry was heard from the depths of the mountain of ash, and that cry was joined by more and more guttural screams, animal roars, monsters, and one which was heard above all, the scream of an old man which resounded gravely as out of the throat of a giant. So the beginning of it all. So we can only equip these at the shrines. Unfortunately. There's a child, moonlight child out there. Now, we don't want to go up, because that's the mountain. We don't want to start at the mountain. So we just go this way. Straight on. Till dawn. Oh. It's too close, apparently. Oof, oof. Just be safe. Get these shortcuts out of the way now. Bridge of the Three Cavalry. Right. So this is the bridge we need to cross. Progress into the game. To progress into the later half of the game. But unfortunately, as this fellow will soon tell us, we're gonna have to do some stuff first.
He aquí la puerta en cuyo bronce se perpetúan los calvarios de los elegidos por el milagro. En ella, el arte de las imágenes para su culto y devoción requieren el auxilio del ornamento. Su esculpida santidad nos observa rígida desde lo alto, pero es el relieve de bronce lo que dictamina quién es digno de cruz. Encuentra a los santos rostros y el bronce lo sabrá. Pues caprichosos son los deseos del milagro.
Fickle are the ways of the miracle. So that equates to go fight the three big bosses, come back, and the door will take you in. This, in fact, was not where we needed to go. But it's alright, we got the shortcuts. Okay, we'll see you later. See you later, buddy. I guess we want to go down this way. Door number 3. No way I can make that jump. We're not going to try.
Hermana mía, como os anuncié, alguien se dirige a la puerta prohibida. Alguien que busca la purga y la excomunión de todo lo sagrado que allí descansa. No, no. No puséis vuestras dudas sobre mí. Estoy preparado.
Now, as far as I remember, in the way I construed the narrative, was that he's one of the followers of one of the protectors of the grievous miracle. He wants to keep it going. These guilt statues, you can come to them if you've lost too many lives in too many different places, or there's just a guilt shard lost somewhere that would be far too inconvenient to get back to, and you can pay tears to return the guilt fragment to you. I think that's the way forward. Yeah, tears for breaking stuff. Oh, forgot about that. Oh, forgot about that. I don't know if you can block those guys. You know what, I might as well go back and heal again and start over. It was a bad start. Bad start. Oh, we can put on the... Wait, no. Yes. Put on the sword core. This will increase our blocking time. Increase the window for which you can parry. I don't know what the downside actually is. Ah, you can. Hello, friend. Oof. The maxilla of Pterodax the cleric. With his broad smile and good manners, Nicodemus Pterodax never denied anyone refuge from his church. The discovery of a pile of bones in the sacristy revealed his true intention. Anything up here? Nope. Oh, it's not a good spot to be. That's why we have magic. Oof. Some juice on our face here. Unlock this. We'll heal up again. Pretty simple, pretty easy so far. Oof. I guess I can't block those. Ow, ow. You can stop them from casting their spells if you hit them. And of course they float around like floaty jerks. Treasure. Seguera for the... Oh god, hold on. Let's deal with this first. What do we get? Segueria to your eyes like stars. Brief him to the night skies. Overwhelms the penitent one with the fury of the righteous, increasing the speed of his attacks for some time. This one's pretty good. The beginning. There's a small girl with 2 star-like eyes, who, when she looks at me, makes me stay by her side. They say she's a saint, came down from the sky. Do not cry, my child, or I'll get lost on the way. What is it that tolls? The bells in the distance. What is it that cries? On her face, eyes star-like. And we'll go with that. Get some juice. Man, this guy's a lot of health. Free the child. Oh! Oh, that sucks. Didn't have enough time to land on the platform and then also parry. That's alright. Shortcut. Hey, a secret. I totally knew that was there. Small bead of red wax. Tiny pebble of melted wax of a muted crimson. Prayers muttered in its presence slightly strengthened the vitality of the wearer. The abbey ceased to be a quiet place. Cries of pain coming from every cell pierced the walls. The old friar knew he would be next, so he got up from his cot, where he had been huddled, and glanced at the few items that lay on his table, most of them mementos from his life before joining the order. He wanted to be kissed by the miracle, while immersed in those gentle thoughts. Triggering most memories were some small balls of wax, now covered in dust, that he used to enlarge by picking up wax from the candles during procession. So, does this mean I get health back when I use prayers? Is that what I'm getting here? That's cool. Well, we can only equip 2 at a time right now, and I think I'm just going to stick with these. I remember these candles. There are a few of them. You jerks. Yeah, get back on screen. Aha, the shop.
Cautivos del milagro seamos, penitente. Que no os extrañe encontrar a esta mercader aquí. Este antiguo oficio me requiere en todo lugar donde pueda obtener gratos beneficios. Llamadme Candelaria, pues lo que vendo haría que vuestros ojos se encendieran como las altas candelas. No os pediré moneda alguna. Con esas lágrimas prohibidas que portáis, me sobraría. Adelante, posad vuestros ojos oscurecidos en este valioso género.
I love the bulging bag of shinies she's wearing on her back.
Os ofrezco aquí otra cosa tan brillante como la primera estrella de la noche. Y que mis Hakai, si digo mentira, se queden sin luz.
Hello, Pearl. Empty tarnished sphere. There's no trace of nacre left, but it retains just a hint of bluish sheen. It creates fervor when destroying surrounding object. I need that right now.
Os ofrezco aquí otra cosa. Y que mis Hakai,
May my eyes be blinded if I'm not. Moss preserved in a glass. My new jar filled with moss. The tiny white flowers that shimmer inside grant some protection against toxins. That is handy. Not immediately handy.
Aunque es una fiaros de mí, que tengo sangre de rey.
Key to the chamber of the eldest brother, a forbidden key that was guarded by the eldest brother of the Brotherhood, but was eventually lost, thus forever sealing the chamber it opened. So we definitely want to buy that. Always buy key items first.
Os ofrezco aquí que mis Hakai.
Again, this will be handy. Not immediately. We'll get it. Just go ahead and we'll have it on us. Toxins become a big problem later. Moss preserved in glass. The ashen gray air lashed us. We could hardly breathe, and remained locked up in the parish, placing damp cloths on the doors and windows. We were suffocating. Then, one fateful night, there was a knock on the door. I could see a woman who, without a word, had placed on the floor a cloth with patches of pearly moss on it. I stared at her in disbelief, as she appeared to have smeared the moss on her nostrils. Then, turning around, the woman left. Hopeful, I recounted what I had witnessed to the brothers, and we decided to spread the substance on our noses as she had done. It wasn't long before we were able to breathe normally, and we waited without fear until the ashy, leaden sky would regain its blue color. This world is essentially post-religious apocalypse. We're learning about the events through item descriptions and lore. Oh! No stabbies. Hey. Hey, you. I'm gonna cheap it out here. Cheap, cheap. Oh, that is pretty good. Forgot how powerful that was. Oh. Tactical retreat. Dang it. Keep mistiming it. Not sure if there's a reason to kill these guys. Probably not worth it. Oh, what? What happened? The red lightning came down. That's the sign of the execution. I did it again! What bullocks is that? Ah. Not a huge fan of what's going on down here. There we go. Oh, oh, really? Oh, this is gonna close, isn't it? Dang it. Oh, man. That was not the right timing. Oof. Cutting it close. Ooh, an empty bile vessel. That's perfect. Made of crystal and gold, capable of holding the hollowed bile that emanates from the morning fountain. Get up and tell us what you witnessed, said the scribe, without averting his gaze from the paper. I received an order for the exhumation of a penitent who had been buried about a year ago, answered the gravedigger. He was well loved in Albero, and many parishioners approached his grave. But when I dug him up, we saw blood coming from a crack in his sarcophagus, blood red as wine. Those who were there rushed to open the lid of the coffin, and carried him on their shoulders, watching as blood gushed out from its side. Others ran to their houses, searching for buckets and bottles to keep all that blood that wouldn't stop flowing out. Turn that in, we get more bile flasks, which means more healing. But for now, we have no health, which is not ideal.
De un lugar de bendiciones se me encomienda velar por vos, penitente. Así pues se ha dispuesto. Mi nombre es Viridiana. Se me ha concedido un don con el que puedo asistiros con vuestra carga, si os es menester, pero solo vos debéis decidirlo. Penitente en el silencio, ¿necesitaréis mi favor en vuestro siguiente cometido?
She's an ally who can assist you in certain boss fights. She's quite handy. However, there are certain negatives to asking her for her help, and over the long term, it can affect what types of endings you get, or at least what happens to her in particular. I don't know exactly the extent of this, or how many times you can do it without affecting anything too profoundly, but I'm gonna just go ahead and descend.
Aquí permaneceré si cambiáis de parecer.
Yes. Just what we need. I forget who we bring the bottle flasks to. Particular area. Boss 2. Oh. Oof. Well, didn't go great. I was trying to pass through his legs. Yeah, so when you have guilt fragments out, you reduce your fervor gain, your tear gain, and your maximum total fervor. Ugh, keep trying to jump. Can I walk through you now? Can I go? Okay, now. That's when I can go through. When he gets mad. Ah, got me in the corner now. Oh, I hate that stomp. It's hard to predict where the... okay. His stomp is difficult to predict where the brambles are going to shoot out of. It has a pretty far range. Ah, yeah, like that. It's really hard to see the brambles themselves. Ah. I really thought I dodged that. Oh, man. He gets you in the corner and you're just done for. I wonder if they change this boss's patterns and his damage and such. Because I remember the first time I played this game, I beat this guy in the first try and it did not seem very difficult. This time I'm finding it more difficult to predict him. He seems a little quicker. I don't know, it might be my imagination. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to escape that exactly. Stop stomping! Oh, you dick. He just did like 3 stomps in a row in the corner. I really don't know what you're supposed to, how you're supposed to dodge that. Crap. Aha! Yeah, the music in this game is top notch. I have the soundtrack just always sitting by play. Because all of it's great. Now we go into a dead man's dream. Hello, sir.
En nombre del suplicio mayor y de los hijos del milagro. Al humillaros ante mi santo cuerpo, se os ha concedido la presencia de mi rostro dorado, custodio de uno de los 3 dolores del alma en penitencia. Nuestro milagro me ha elegido de entre todos los piadosos, así como a vos para caminar sobre este sagrado mar. Que el oro de mi rostro derrita y borre la atrición de vuestra alma. Corazón de la culpa, regresad ahora del sueño.
Holy Wound of Attrition. Mark left by the golden visage that reveals the cleanliness of attrition in the soul of the penitent one. Santo Credo. Verse 1. His Holiness, because of his high penance, must endure suffering in his soul in 3 ways. Each of the ways is a motive, and each motive is a sore. Hence these 3 sores are the keys to his eternal pain, and must be guarded. Hello again.
Habéis realizado la primera humillación de penitencia. Habéis conocido la faz de la atrición. Os quedan 2 santos rostros a los que postraros.
We defeated the first holy visage. We have 2 more to go. Now we have the cistern here. The sewers. Don't remember exactly what's here. I think there's a lot of stuff here in this area that isn't accessible. But we did open up a shortcut earlier. Ah, the goo. Ah, yes. Perfect. Sword woman with crown.
Dichosos los ojos que con devoción ven mi corazón atormentado. Que se acerque quien cuyos contentos son el padecimiento y los ayunos, pues son grata penitencia. 6 dolores afilados ajan mi pecho florido. Tomad el primero de ellos y purgad una de vuestras 6 manchas capitales del alma.
Yeah, just normal ways to increase your maximum health. The goop. Yeah. Come on. I wish I could remember how to get back to the shortcut. I would prefer to just head there. Ah, yes, the explodies. So these assholes summon the exploding goop men. The sludge people from RoboCop. And there's some of that toxic gas that we don't want to be involved with. We have... Yes. We're gonna get rid of this uvula for a second. Sure, we have some protection against the gas. Oh, the goop. Dang it. Okay. The perpetually falling bio slime really puts a hamper on this area. And the sludge people. Not a fan of the sludge. The Holy Bolter. That's at the end of the game. You gotta put the work in to get the Holy Bolter. This might be the shortcut. I'm gonna see it. New Game Plus, yeah. Exactly. New Game Plus is interesting because that's where they added additional story content. Mountains of Endless Dusk. I do remember this area. I'm not gonna go here yet. Right now we have options. So you have to beat the game. Oh.
Son dos rostros los que os saludan, penitente. Mi nombre es Nacimiento. Observad mi pecho en el que ha crecido un rostro anciano que envejece más y más, que no habla, que no piensa, mientras que el mío se hace joven hasta verme ahora como un niño. Cuán terrible condena es esta, que no entiendo su propósito por más que reflexione sobre los pecados que he podido cometer para merecerla. Incluso en el que ha sido castigado está presente la gracia del milagro. Quizás auxiliándoos pueda rebajar la magnitud de esta pena. Traedme el azogue, el que es capaz de brotar bajo nuestros pies en cualquier lugar por capricho del doloroso, y lo mezclaré con la bilis de vuestros matraces, potenciando de esa manera su don.
So this guy's new. He was not in the original game, for sure. I can give him Quicksilver, which we have, a Bile Flask, and 1,000 Tears of Atonement to improve the quality of my fall. I don't like having to give up a flask. I don't really mind the tears. But, yeah, sure.
Agraciado corazón sea. Con esta plata yo bendigo la mixtura que recuperará vuestra sangre derramada.
Thank you. Oh, you can keep doing it.
Traedme el azogue, el que es capaz.
Interesting. Well, we have one less flask now. But supposedly they're better. We have an empty one to get rid to add to our collection anyway. Oh, that is, we want to go up. So it's new stuff like that that they've added, sprinkled into the game. Which I love. Because it means there are new things for people coming back, and there are, you know, there's brand new stuff for everyone. For people who haven't played it, for people who are coming back to it, who may want to try New Game Plus. We add some of our bones to the collection now. And yeah, after you beat the game the first time, you can try New Game Plus, which has some bespoke title that I can't remember at the name of the moment. And that's where all the new story content is. So you can play it a second time and still get new experiences out of it. Unfortunately, we still haven't found a second Mea Culpa shrine. And we can't get the Fervorous Blood. And we can't afford the other two things. Honestly, I don't... The Sinful Wrath, I'm not too keen on. The charge attack. It takes a little bit too much time to charge up. At least from when I last played. And when I last played was when this first came out, so... Many things have changed.
El milagro nos está llevando uno tras otro. Podemos evitar este destino.
Let's see. Get rid of this. Put that back on, get some more tears for breaking stuff. We're smashing. What good is this sword if it ain't smashing? We could go back to the cistern. Oh, the church is open. This was also not in the original game. We'll make a donation, sure. We'll give 500 tier bucks. 550 tier bucks. I'm gonna pretend this will eventually culminate into something meaningful. Where do we want to go now? Clear the suburbs. Mercy Dreams. Maybe we go up to the mountain, or we go to the cistern again. We could try the cistern. We have the toxic protection talisman. The moss. There might be some goodies down there that could help. Because otherwise we're going to the mountain next. And the mountain was, for me, the most difficult area in the game. So I want to make sure, or at least try to have every opportunity for an advantage once we get there. So that's the frontier, you know. Please do not summon the goop monsters. I beg thee. Let's try going down. Smush. We'll take that off for now, because there's no toxic around. I'd rather get some bonus tiers for breaking pots. Oh. Ooh. Sippy cup. Anoint yourself with the oil of the pilgrim. Hell yeah, anoint. Maximum amount of fervor has been increased. What's the name of that podcast? Casual Hitman? I think I've heard of Bonfire Side Chat before. Never listened to it. Now's the time for toxic protection. Toilet Town, huh? Were they looking at Conquer 64? Black Grieving Veil. Dark cloth that has kept its silky feel despite the passing of the years. One of the three remains of an unfinished ceremony. The wounds inflicted by a broken oath rarely ever find healing. Number 2. No one knows what they asked for in that prayer, nor why they didn't want to be wedded. The miracle, with its grievous plans, went to the aid of the sisters. You can call that aid. I do remember what this is for. Well, not specifically how to get that item to where it needs to be, but I remember what in general this is for. I think a lot of podcasts move to SoundCloud eventually. Are you talking about Blighttown in Dark Souls 1? I think most people regard that as the worst area in the game. Well, no. It's the most annoying to play through. But I think a lot of people would say that the Demon Ruins are the worst area in the game. Just because of how uninspired and sloppily put together the Demon Ruins are compared to the rest of the game, which is so masterfully crafted from a design and world building perspective. I keep thinking these rats are going to deal damage to me. Rats, rats, where are the rats? I'm the big rat that makes all the rules. So we've conquered this down here. Put some juice in her face. Yeah, the bottle flask is significantly better now. Previously, it would never have healed me to full if I was less than half. Let's go this way. Put the uvula back on. Really, what other game can you say, let's put the uvula back on, and it not just be completely out of context? Humorous of McMittens the Nurse. A nurse and cat lover, McMittens saved countless lives, human and others. Unable to bear saving those who showed no respect for life, put an end to his own. That's depressing. The video game makes you happy when you cut and slice people, yeah, so people kill themselves. Don't think about it. Another shortcut here. Knew that was gonna happen. I knew the goop would get me. Ah, yes, that fellow down there. Not, there might be an item down there or something. There is not. What a lovely waste of time. I think this is going to be a dead end. If memory serves. Please. Whoa! Let's kill him. Just get rid of him. Get rid of those goops. Don't need no slime monsters gunking up the works. Aha, gate. Aha, this place. Any new items for sale? No. Okay, bye. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. Alright, we go straight up and get some health back. Missed it. So there's definitely another area or two to explore in the cistern. Might be something useful. Health, damage upgrade, any of those things. Wax. Be nice if they stayed dead. Forever. Up. I deal with these booger people. Oh, I thought that was a booger person. Just ignore them if we can. Oh no, is this the dead end? Oh, it's not. I remember there being a dead end somewhere in here that you can't get up. Like a big raised area that you can't jump up to without an ability later. That you acquire later. But hey, another empty bile vessel. Which means all of this was worth it. There's a section up there, down near the bottom, we haven't explored, and then directly across. Yes, goop. Okay. Ow. Ow. No! Get up there. Whoops. Chillins is up there. Aha, here it is. This is the area that's unfortunately is impassable until we get something else later in the game. Go straight down. Oh, wait. No, we have to be on the other side. Whoops. Ah! Aha, secret. That we can't access. Because again, we don't have the ability to jump out of water effectively. And we can't dash under here for reasons? This is just nothing? And that's why we can't go in there? Fill empty biliary vessel. Exchange for 500. No. Store health and bio vessels. Exchange for 350. Oh, okay, I see. I remember now. Refill empty biliary vessel. So I think this is the one that'll give us an extra bile vessel. Yes. Good. Now we have 2. We can do it again, and we have just enough. Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that so sweet? Perfect. I believe those are all the empty flasks we had. Now we can move on. There's something immensely satisfying when you have just enough money or just enough experience to get that one skill or item that you needed without having to go back out and farm. Okay, now we're gonna go up, because I believe it's time for the mountain. Oh, he didn't die. Big fan of the plunge attack. Not sure why I thought at the beginning it wasn't great for really attacking enemies. Maybe I didn't use it as much in my last playthrough. There's an upgrade you get for the plunge attack later. It's amazing. But until then, I guess I just didn't utilize it. Now, one thing that does bother me... Oh, you know what? I was gonna say, we haven't found a Mea Culpa shrine yet. Which doesn't seem right. I think it might be down here in the far corner that we didn't explore. I was pretty sure that was just like a dead-end area that you couldn't access, really. But it might be worth going to check out. Because if we can get that level 2 sword, then we can get the ranged attack, and that'll really just help us immensely. And if you're wondering, later on, you do get the ability to teleport between shrines. For now, we have to hoof it. Down, down, down. Oh, burning ring of fire. Oh, I tried to go quickly. Oh, no. Oh, no. Sucks to have to do all this again. You try to shoot me while I'm executing. Rude. See if I can just skip this. Ah. Oh, that's right. Here's the teleportation device. The mirror. I am a fool. It's a couple steps this way and I would have seen it. Oh. Trial. Trial's over. PC form of Hernandez the Explorer. Victor Hernandez was chosen to lead an expedition meant to civilize barbaric tribes. He was sentenced for heresy when he suggested that Custodia was the most uncivilized of all known places. You know, we still haven't found a second Mea Culpa shrine. Which I'm not a fan of. Well, while we're down here, we can now just shoot straight across and investigate any other cistern areas that we didn't attempt before. Might as well. Just passing through. Huh. A scaphoid of Fierce the leper. Rejected by his family, his village, and even by other lepers, Fierce only found solace in the echo that his voice returned to him when he took refuge in the tunnels of the desecrated cistern. Is this something we can do right now? Oh, hello. This might not be doable with the equipment we have, but I think it's worth a try. You know what? It wasn't worth it. Not possible. Well, we're definitely not going back there to get the guilt fragment. Which means we're gonna go back up and get our guilt absolved. And then just go to the mountain. I'm sad that we couldn't find a Mea Culpa shrine. I'm trying to wrap my head around where it could possibly be. And if anyone in stream happens to know, don't hesitate to let me in on the secret. We're gonna use this first. Get back to Albero. Bouquet of Time. Bunch of aromatic herbs common in the past amidst the cliffs of the Bronze Borders. Today, however, their scarcity makes them increasingly valuable, especially for those who discern their healing abilities. It wasn't long before more and more people came to us, affected by that terrible and unknown suffering. Whole families, the old, the young, and even the newborn. We brothers of the congregation were unable to cope, and our care was not working, nor were the ointments, nor our constant prayers. We are lost, submerged in the darkness of uncertainty. Quest item. Now we have fast travel. And we still have level 1 Culpa. Mamma mia. Give him the bouquet.
Misericordioso seáis, penitente. Con vuestra aportación la obra de esta cofradía continúa.
Linen cloth.
El milagro nos está llevando uno tras otro. Podemos evitar este destino que se nos impone desde las altas voluntades.
Linen cloth, a useless rag that seems to slightly vibrate at times, emitting an unintelligible buzz. The affliction sometimes leaves its mark on mundane-looking objects, unable to reveal the miracle under its mantle of corruption. Febrile as he was, he hardly noticed that someone had sat down next to him. A gentle hand patted a white cloth on his forehead. It was a fabric of the utmost softness, which allowed light through it as if it were a sheet of paper, and was soaking his feverish sweats and providing such relief that he could not help but fall asleep. When the cloth was soaked, the nun got up and handed it to the Mother Superior, adding, "With this, we will be able to have his confession." I know what to do with this. Away. So now we're here. The realm of ice.
Este lugar es un sueño más, penitente. Ellos me creyeron un santo digno de devociones y lo único que concedí a sus peticiones fue el salitre, que recorre esta inhóspita tierra y sube por nuestros cuerpos. El castigo del milagro al falso ídolo es otorgarle falsa santidad. No queráis saber mi nombre, pues también está cubierto de sal. Traedme lo que pueda ser bendecido, y así vos podáis quebrar este destino mío para dejarme cruzar al otro lado de este falso sueño. He aquí el paño de lino que empapa el sudor de las fiebres, de los pensamientos, de los pecados soñados. Un instrumento que obtiene confesiones secretas y prohibidas, incluso de los que ya marcharon al otro lado del sueño. En nombre de las altas voluntades, yo bendigo esta reliquia. Velad por ella, pues es ahora pura y santa.
Relics change your perception of the world. Each relic possesses different, unique effects. You can equip up to 3 of them at a time. Relics are the big bonanza items that really affect how you play the game. Shroud of Dreamt Sins. Yellowish fabric. Witness the febrile confessions. It still quivers in the face of tortured souls, allowing one to listen to those who can no longer speak. Febrile as he yeah, this is the same thing. So we equip this relic, and now we can hear the confessions of tortured souls. What does that mean in game terms? Let me show you. What are those little ones that seem to hide up in the ceilings, amongst the ornaments of the altars? When I call them, they do not appear to pay me any mind. This is too fast. Something give the impressions of fluttering in an invisible, imperceptible, constant wind. At times, I hear them cry, and at times I hear them laugh. What are you, O creatures of divine grace? So we can talk to the dead now. That is a power we have. A very handy power, because oftentimes the dead know things that the living should want to know. We'll give them more donations. Surely we're not throwing our money away. Quickest way to the mountain. Oh, I know what we can do. We're gonna go back. Back to the beginning. Back to where it all began. The start, if you will. Oh. So fun fact, the cloaked cultist looking guys with the knives, they have no actual attacks. All they do is they walk slowly into you. Yeah, the wheels and such. I hope I'm not misremembering this and this actually works. We use the key to the chamber of the eldest brother. Blood perpetuated in sand. So one of the best items in the game, another relic. Take this bag and fill it with sand. Now imbue it with the blood spilling from these dreadful wounds, so it will turn crimson red. With it, you will show the way through these dry lands to those who are yet to follow. Leave me now. I want to say my prayers, for I will soon be joining the dry sap of these roots that painfully embrace our Father. Preserved blood with miraculous properties. With the passage of its bearer, new ledges are revealed, formerly invisible to the beholder's eyes. The miracle is truly unfathomable, and no one knows the origin of the blood that swirls around the wearer's feet. So this stuff is dope. I don't think... no, we need another item to go even further back. You shall soon see the power of the blood. Oh, what is that? What's that smell? Is it blood? Oh, more blood. Blood. Painted wood bead. So as you can see, these little fireflies that we saw earlier will now form into platforms of blood sand when we approach them wearing this relic. And now entire worlds of opportunity are laid bare for us. I didn't acquire this until way later in the game because I didn't realize that the key that you can buy from the merchant is the one at the very beginning of the game, or the one for the door at the very beginning of the game. But I know better this time. Painted wood bead. We call this pilgrimage route the Trail. Our wagons have always passed through here, and the tracks have gotten deep enough to even unearth the chalky sand that lay hidden under the thick forest, such that if one could see it from above, it would look like a long ochre line crossing the woods. Sphere covered in yellow varnish, the chip paint betrays its origin, home oak of the Forest of the Holy Line. It recovers health when destroying surrounding objects. We're gonna wear that. And I believe we can now cross the blood. Oh wait, no we can't, because we're still trapped in the mud. Well, we're halfway there. And I wish I had thought of that earlier, because honestly, there might have been a couple places in the cistern that we couldn't get to because we didn't have the blood. But whatever. We're just gonna go to the mountain now. We're gonna turn in our bones. Might be shorter just to go straight across. Plus, there may be more platforms that we couldn't access before. Surprised they didn't kill her. Please. Guilt has been expiated. Now that we have the blood, hop over here. Tentudia's carnal remains. Remains of the murdered novice Tentudia that were isolated from the rest so she could not receive a holy burial. Who was Tentudia, you ask? Well, she was once a girl born in the same yellowish village as Albero, like you and me. On her 15th year, something extremely unusual happened. Parents watched as part of her hair began twisting unavoidably, turning into very thin thorns. Concerned at the thought that it might be punishment from the miracle, they locked her in as a novice inside the distant nunnery, famous for its strict cloistering, thus preventing the discovery of what would have undoubtedly been considered heresy. More heresy. And it just so happens that strict nunnery is where we're headed at this very moment. Mush. Hey, Minty. It is gorgeous. Feel myself weakening. I am sentenced to perish, abandoned in this forceful praying position. I can no longer hear the rest, only their rusted cages, swaying in the wind. Finally, we arrive at the mountain. Wall climbing. So yeah, you dig your sword in these wood planks. Clamber your way up. We've acquired Radius of Helzer, the poet. The work of the poet John Clark Helzer had a sadly posthumous success, especially his poem To the Red Leaf. The poem was found next to his corpse, severed by a fallen tree. Empty golden thimble. Thimble adorned with gold, carrying an inscription that reads, "Only cold gold can carry the redeeming oil." Number 1. A young villager named Aurea had such a beautiful and pious face that even as a child, statue sculptors took her as a model for their creations. Her face became so recognizable that, little by little, people took her as the living, breathing image of divinity, until it reached a point where they ended up taking her out on procession and even replacing their own images. Such was the fervor around her that she could not bear to be mistaken with divinity, and burned her face with the boiling oil to gift her pious beauty to God, and took up the habits of the convent. Another happy story. I'm not sure if I made a mistake in the order that I did things. Pretty sure this guy is supposed to be alive right now. And he is a tree instead. I don't know if I can fix that at this point. May have been screwed out of that quest line. We're not going to worry too much about it, though. Incense garlic. Yeah, those guys are basically Diglets, or Dug Trios. Bulb white as bone, very hard to find. Its intense aroma, reminiscent of sandalwood, is only noticeable on rainy days, betraying its hiding place. It was sought after by the herbalists with the best sense of smell for its miraculous property. Confessions of Terso, Part 6. Ever since then, our pious kisses have saved hundreds from the affection of the miracle that ravages these lands. And from then on, our congregation has been called that of the Kissers of Wounds. Secret! I don't remember how the secret works. I may not have the item. Well, that's because it's dark because we're in a cave. Caves are dark. Unless it's like a disco cave. Try it again. On these cliffs, located at the foot of a snowy abyss, the roots of a secret await those who are patient. I think we already found that. Oh, there's a moonchild up there. Let's get our guilt fragment. Drop down here. Now we have graboids. Oh. Yes, the babies in the boxes. You have to save them. The poor babies. Yep. Keep throwing your pot into the ground there. Oh no, I have to go back up there. It is a dangerous place for babies, and that you are correct. However, these are magical moon babies, and in order to gain their magical moon baby power, they need to be free. This is where I want to be. Yeah, that makes sense. Moon babies. Oh, fuck this place. I hate this place. Hey, but let's save a moon baby. And there's a secret. I'm gonna pray here first, though. It's alright, many of us were blind to moon babies. We could not see The ankle bone of Weston the Pilgrim. His traveling companion assured him that he would wait for him at the next shelter, just a day away. When Weston arrived the next day, there was no one there, nor the day after that. So lonely. They are so lonely. Those ankle bones. Hey.
Cautivos del milagro seamos, penitente.
What do you got first this time?
Os ofrezco aquí otra cosa tan brillante como la primera estrella de la noche. Y que mis Hakai, si digo mentira, se queden sin luz.
Torn bridal ribbon. The soft white ribbon used during marriage ceremonies has been torn, thus destroying its delicate embroideries. One of the three remains of an unfinished ceremony. The wounds inflicted by a broken oath rarely ever find healing. We do need that. We do. I want to see if this is more imminently important. Ember of the Holy Cremation. Ember crystallized through a long-forgotten ritual. It retains some of the heat of a bonfire lit on a different land. Tempers the heart, increasing the defenses of whoever carries it. This is 5,000 tears. We can't afford that. Yeah, this is a Spanish game, Minty. And only recently were they able to redub the whole game in Spanish as a part of a big update. And they used... I don't know Spanish voice actors myself, but apparently they used pretty high caliber voice actors. Calcified Eye Erudition. Eyeball belonging to Alaveras, the scribe, who glimpsed the truth hidden to so many other eyes. Its stony scrutiny reveals the vital essence of enemies. This shows enemies' health. Not necessary, because we're pros. We're gonna get this torn bridal ribbon, though. We need it for a quest. Can I make that jump? Yes. Knot of rosary rope. Ah, excellent. A rope knot made from the threads of habits of monks deceased in ancient times. Ingracia was her name. Her rosaries were the prettiest of all Custodia. The most prestigious priests and bishops frequented her workshop, and even our very holiness Escribar commissioned her. Such was her mastery that a rosary crafted by old Ingracia was unparalleled in beauty, delicacy, and perfection. Word spread that a rosary that was not made by her would not receive divine blessing, and prayers would not be heard, and besides, that would be a sin. This caused all others to become banned by the Holy Mother Church, and those so-called false rosaries were sought and burned. Someone who kept a deceitful rosary would be severely punished, sometimes even accused of heresy. Then we all began to wonder about what became of the rosaries when Ingracia was no longer with us. Rosaries will let us equip more rosary beads. So very important for our buffs. Fortunately, I have no memory of who I take this to increase our ropes. So that's just gonna sit there for a bit. Immaculate bead. simple bee devoid of purpose. Its pristine surface has never been soiled by fervent fingers. I have something for you, and for you alone, revealed the gypsy to a monk who had just stopped his donkey, as she uncovered a white stone possessing a strange beauty. It comes from the darkness of the ocean floor. Contemplate its purity. Look at its immaculate white, its virgin brilliance. What could be proper than this for your rosary, brother? What could be purer? Also a vague item that does have a purpose, despite its lying description. But I don't remember what it is. Whoops. Whoops. So, there's another interesting quest line. So you can go around to all of these guilt statues and destroy them. And if you do, it'll open up a trial of guilt. And if you can beat all the trials of guilt, you get something. And this something helps you get the true ending of the game. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. What I am gonna worry about is activating this elevator so we have easy access to the town. We might be able to take this garlic to the nurses. Yep.
Misericordioso seáis, penitente. Con vuestra aportación la obra de esta cofradía continúa.
Thank you. Tears. Do I have to activate that, or does that happen automatically? I think it's just automatic. Now we can go to the mountain whenever we want. That dude sounds like Pan's Labyrinth. Goat man. It is closer now. The crying faces of ice announce the proximity of the convent. It presage pain awaiting inside its walls. I ask the cold to be merciful and allow me to climb to the peaks, where I will be reborn as a sister of golden visage. Yeah, well, about that. Good luck. Oh, right, these guys. So you can't parry them, and you can't attack them from behind. Because they're wearing these sarcophagi. So you gotta beat them the old-fashioned way, which is dodging. There was a character earlier who was speaking, who I think sounds a little bit more like the goat man from Pan's Labyrinth. Oh yeah, so by the way, you can see these snowflakes blustering around. That of course means that there's a wind, and as you see here, the wind blows you back and forth. Which means platforming is fun in this area. At least it's not ice. Man, I hate this place. Can't remember which way is the correct. I think this is the correct way, so we want to go the other way. I'm gonna wait for the winds to blow in the other direction. Empty bile vessel. Awesome. More healing. The enemies come back usually when you leave a screen, although some will only come back if you rest at shrines, like Dark Souls. Citadel of Tequila, the metalsmith. It's a good name for a smith. Tequila was not your everyday metalsmith. Skulls were the basis of his creations, with jeweled skulls his specialty. His last wish was to become the most beautiful piece in his collection. So again, we have the blood. Oh, but we don't have the other item. So we'll leave this for now. We need another traversal item. Oh. Oh, the wind. No. Ah. Too impatient. Now we wait for it to blow the other way. Oh. Ah, there had to be some reason there was a platform there. We will anoint ourselves. Gain more magic. Well, they're really only surprise death walls the first time. From then on, you know that they're death walls. But I do also hate them. These guys are even more annoying. It just takes so many hits. And they fly around. Oh! God fucking... These assholes. Dang it. Piece of tombstone. Piece of ceramic slab strangely found on the snowy peaks. Those from the village rarely left their arid lands to face the cold of the mountains. This tombstone had undoubtedly belonged to someone from Albero. The fragment confers resistance to falls, eliminating recovery time. It is said that the Albero graveyard is even older than Albero itself. It was built even before the church was erected. It was a graveyard isolated from everything in this arid ochre land, considered unholy. The church did not take long to find out about this, and dug all the tombs up, scattering the remains across the fields. That's when the Brotherhood of the Genuine Sepulchre was founded, in charge of collecting the remains of the dead and giving them a second burial. I have kept this piece of clay tombstone since then. AKA rock. Big rock. We'll get rid of the bead. Not doing anything for us. So I think I'm gonna switch back over to this prayer. But I can't see. Considering we're falling an awful lot, might as well put the tombstone on. There's no fall damage per se, but what it does is it increases your recovery time if you happen to fall a great distance. Because if you do fall a great distance, it takes a moment for your dude to recover before you can attack or do anything. Take action. Oh, well now they're... Well, now we're up the mountains. I'm gonna take that off again. We're gonna put on the painted wood bead so we can smash things and heal.
Sí, hermana mía. Nuestro encuentro se acerca. El milagro me protegerá. No necesito vuestro amparo esta vez. Dejadme solo.
Oh, God. Oh. Take away so much health. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a person in it. It's really, you should look for little details on all of the enemies and things and surroundings, because there are a lot of really interesting, weird stuff going on. The sisters humble themselves before two holy figures in their crypts. What secrets might they be keeping? Their eyes anticipate sacrifices, anticipate pain, anticipate blood. I don't know, man, I just got here. Cool. This is a good room. This is a good room. Gonna put on the poison protection. We're just gonna try to make a beeline for it. Come on, magma. God. We did it! Heart of saltpeter blood. Hey, stop that. Heart of saltpeter blood. Attack damage is increased when the penitent one is close to death. It wasn't long before he was beatified. The miracle bestowed a gift upon that humble parish priest and confessor. The visions of all sin, future and past, of thought and deed of every person who approached him. He did not need to hear of confessions, because he already knew them all. He knew the penance, he knew the sincerity of our repentance, he knew everything. There was no more intimacy between sins and sinners. We were all naked before him, and the miracle. Such grace came to be feared. He asked us to cover his head with a thick burlap cloth in order to try and stop his constant visions of sin, and he begged us to take him far, far away. So that's a solid hardcore we got there. I think it's one of the few that simply have no downside to them. Might be the only one. Now I'm gonna die. That's fine. We'll just run back there real quick. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I forgot that was her attack. Hey, you. Hey. Yeah, I forgot about the fire breathing thing. Now this is a conundrum. Okay, bye. Oh. Oh no! Fell into the trap. The blood will save us. Sternum of Vetus, the performer. Custodia remembers with admiration the name of Vetus Varnus. He inspired the lives of his people through his altruistic actions as well as his inspirational words. Not this time. Oh, I forgot about the backswing. Backswing hurts you too. Hello. What you doing? More poison. Where's this? Ooh, shortcut. Yeah, your one job is to pull that lever. Could you give me some weapons or something in case, you know, somebody comes by? Maybe they get through all of you and they get to me, and if they take me out, I can't pull the lever anymore, and the lava won't come out. No, you no weapons. You get the lever. Oh. I'm trying to blast through here. Oh, you bastards! Yeah. Just pull the lava lever. Just keep doing it. It's all good. Thank you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Almost too easy. Oh no! Almost forgot again. We got everything over there? No, we did not. Wait. That's fine. It's... yeah, we'll go in here. Ignore all this. You have to earn your pot with a person in it. People don't grow on trees, alright? It's real hard to convince somebody to get in there. Be like, hey, you're gonna be a weapon now. Is there anything even over there? Oh, we can just go check and find out. You jerk. Oh. There's nothing. Gonna heal again. I wanted to make sure there were no hidden treasures. The last room. I see a hidden treasure there. Not so hidden treasure. Oh, ghosts. Oh. Jumpy frog people are very effective. Takes a lot of work and experience to leap with such grace. They have to go through more training than the lava lever ladies. Need those powerful glutes. Don't like that room. Dang it. No! I didn't see the ghost. Of course I didn't see the ghost. Phalanx of Miriam the Counselor. Let's read that. And ignore the problems. Miriam Bartow knew what it took to succeed, but fate is unpredictable. Though a terrible illness shortened her life, her legacy was eternal with those who loved her. Oh, that's nice. Oh, no! The ghost lasers. No, no, no. Just keep on moving. Except you, I kind of have to deal with you. Oh. Get out of here, ghosts. Oh. Let me hurt you. Oh my god. The time in which they stun lock you with their laser is just enough for them to get a second shot in. Okay, now the leapy frog. Okay, he's done. Frickin'. No! We're teaming up. Oh, the one from below is hitting me now. Let's get that. Oh! Garbage. It's a secret? Not. We have to use psychological tactics. Such as... Ah! Oh, you can shoot through the wood? No. Does so much damage. Now I have no health again. No, another one! Come on, one more time. Medium bead of red wax. We've made our wax stronger. Sphere of accumulated crimson wax. Echoes of ancient prayers resound in its core, and moderately reinforce the vitality of its wearer. We don't need to be wearing this toxic item anymore. Oh, when do we get this? Piece of golden mask. Piece of embossed gold, part of a mask broken years ago. The nuns of the convent of the charred visage swear never to let the world see their burned faces, and the conviction of its old wearer has permeated the metal, grants some protection against flames. Number 2, the years passed and she started showing natural signs of aging, just like her companions, except for the burn, which remained as fresh as the moment the boiling oil had spilled. The wound was still smoking, scorching and reeking. This was understood to be a miracle, and she was canonized in the life of the church. She became known as Our Lady of the Charred Visage. An order was founded in her name, where all the existing nuns as well as those who wanted to take up the habit had to burn their faces in the same way as Arya. She wears a golden mask under which she hides the gauze that alleviates the eternal pain that the burns still inflict on her. There's more. Where is this? I can feel Our Lady between these walls. I can feel her warmth, for her face still burns, a reminder of her sacrifice and ours. The pain, the cold, and the burn are our rules. You can change the rules. but they're less shitty. Oh, thank the miracle. I want to see what was over here first. That's the boss. Oh! Cloistered sapphire. A crystal sphere imprisoning a sapphire heart. The gem sparkles with lightning from other lands, filling the glass with stormy light. Strange energy fills the wearer with determination, electrifying the very air around him after he performs an execution. That's interesting. I don't think... That might be a new item. All those who have wanted to isolate themselves, all those who have freely locked themselves away as a chosen way of life, will have the blessing of the miracle. No one can serve two masters. Either you serve the miracle, or you serve the world. When you are in this cloister, remember these words, sister. I've got a doctorate in pulling levers. Read my dissertation. No.
Penitente en el silencio. ¿Necesitaréis mi favor en vuestro siguiente cometido?
Nah.
Aquí permaneceré si cambiáis de parecer.
Okay. There's no way I'm gonna beat this the first time. Hello. So this is Arya. Oops. For some reason I thought I could attack while on the wall. Dang it. You can hit those orbs back to do more damage. Oh no. Alright, now it gets real. I forget how exactly you knock the orbs back. Because you swing at them and it'll reflect back, but you have very little control over how it does so. And after you've done it, you're kind of stunned for a second, so then you just get hit by another one. I think we're going to... Yeah, I don't know if her attacks are considered fire attacks. Well, we might as well use it. Oh, that hit me? Come on. Alright. You gotta pick a lane and stick to it. Oh, this is it. I think it was stand underneath it. Oh, it's not what I meant to do. Dang it. Dang it. Missed an opportunity there. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Got me right in the air. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! That's pretty good. Second try. I probably don't have to tell you that my first run through of this game, that took me at least a couple of hours to beat. But I also took a different path, and that was the first boss I fought. Or second boss. Here we are again in the dream.
En nombre del suplicio mayor y de los hijos del milagro, que el oro de mi rostro derrita y borre la compunción de vuestra alma. Corazón de la culpa, regresad ahora del sueño.
Two down. Golden thimble filled with burning oil. No, this is the Aurea story. Where's the... yeah. A mark left by the golden visage that reveals the cleanliness of compunction in the soul of the penitent one. Santo Credo, verse 3. The door to the mother will open if the 3 wounds were to be joined together. The mother would suffer a crack, the enclosure wound end up broken, and the forbidden one be profaned. We have 2 holy wounds now. Only 1 left. I'm happy that the charred visage is over with. That was the one I was most afraid of. And it's our friend. Gracias.
Habéis realizado la segunda humillación de penitencia. Se os ha permitido presenciar el rostro de la compunción. Os queda una santa faz a la que postraros.
Thanks for the update. Ah, on our second Mea Culpa shrine. Finally. We can get the blood shoots. We have 4,000 monies left. The combo, fourth combo finisher is pretty good, I think. Maybe. Thrusts. Yeah, we'll go. Our attack damage is better now. What the hell? That dude had killed me. After all of that. I go back through all this. Of course. Of course. I knew that. I knew one of those little jumpers was gonna get me. Thank you, moon babies. Probably don't need to wear this anymore. We can put on the uvula and get more tears. I should probably equip that saltpeter blood, but I have to go all the way back up there. Nah. I wish I could remember who I'm supposed to take these knots to. Improve my rosary rope. There's an area to the left we haven't explored. There's an area to the right down here. This almost assuredly leads to the elevator. But I think with the charred visage gone and with one more holy wound to go before we can enter the mother of mothers, that's a good place to stop it. So this game's awesome. Again, one of the few games I'm willing to go back and play again, just because it's so cool. The art is fantastic. It's so detailed, grotesque at times, but so weirdly that you kind of ignore the disturbing nature of it and kind of just are enthralled. Beautiful soundtrack, as mentioned before in chat. And yeah, just an all-around great game. And I can see the improvements since I last played it at launch. It definitely feels a bit more balanced. Just in general. And I can see the new items. I can see the new NPCs and things. And all that stuff's great. I love to find and discover new things like that. So until I play this again, probably maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. Until then, I want to thank you all for joining me for some Blasphemous, for getting Blasphemous up in here in the house, the church house. So again, thanks.